Hello, true duelists. My name's Craig Fee, and welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Update. This past weekend was posed to be the next big shakeup for the metagame, with the release of Valiant Smashers bringing in the potential new meta threat in Centur-Ion. Centur-Ion was a deck that a number of people were hyping up, from that one guy at your locals to countless Yugi tubers to even myself. Hell, I actually re-recorded a part of last week's update at the last minute to give the deck a little more credit than I initially had after seeing a number of people talking about how good it seemed. Didn't want to just be an idiot, and I was unwilling to stick to my guns because I'm a coward. And fun fact, you can actually tell, because if you were to watch last week's update again, you can see that after the transitions, the desk does slightly shift a little bit. That would be because the tripod moved, and the quality of these videos is much like the quality of this content. A fucking joke. Now, you know what else is a joke? Centurion's performance last weekend. Or certainly a joke compared to some of the most fervent people hyping the deck up. I saw some people saying that this would be dominant, but from what I've seen, the deck kind of just did. Like, it didn't really get a whole lot of them in the way of tops, and anecdotal, but I've seen most people tweeting about this deck saying they found it to be underwhelming. As said last week, the Calamity's Lock is pretty damn powerful, but that's kind of it. Like, cool, 15 hand traps and a plethora of one-card starters that tunnel into the easiest imperm target in the game is an option, but so are plenty of other already proven viable decks. I've heard it compared to Evil Twin in that it does one thing really well, but that one thing's pretty underwhelming, hence the lack of play, or lack of top-level play from both of those decks, really, I suppose. The Hopium or Copium, or fucking please God validate my spent moneyum of those who invested, have of course moved on to saying that this deck will be best as an engine moving forward in another, pile deck, not unlike Punk or Therian or the Pile or Based or whatever the hell it is we called that 60 card combo pile from 2022, so that everyone can know what I'm talking about. What is the name for that deck? I don't know. I don't know if there is one. But as it stands, there wasn't a whole hell of a lot going on from the discount Gurren Logon deck, or whatever the hell that thing is. Don't worry though, guys. When they get 3 Bonfire in that new Maze set coming out next year, that's when they'll be great. Oh, for sure. Meanwhile, actual tops from regionals and the like over the last weekend showed much of the same, with the continued rise of Runic Generator. Yeah, that's right. I guess this is like an unofficial Spice Watch, because the two decks have some surprising synergy. And you know what that means. Spicy times. Because Runic received a level 9 fusion monster in Duelist Nexus, and generators love those level 9s for rank 9 plays, like, say, their new boss monster that's low-key insane, with non-targeting attaching the opponent's cards from their field or even grave to the big Sneck Jormungandr as material, and it's a quick effect. That new rank 9's fucking it looks good to me. Now, there is of course the benefit and the reason to play the deck, that being Runic's new level 9 fusion gets out from any of the Runic quick play spells. Every Runic quick play spell is instant fusion, and that's crucial for things like World Legacy Monstrosity, the one that summons any 2 level 9s from the deck, which is yummy for all those generators and all those Xyz plays. The synergy is as simple as it is beautiful. Advantage and versatility from the Runic spells, and some strength from the big beaters and negate boards of Generator. This is of course not without some issue. For example, the 2 decks do love their field spells. Runic only can, recycle if it's got Fountain, and Generator can only do things if it's got Boss Stage. But between things like Gary to get back the Runic field spell should you need it, or just the abundance of things that Generator uses to get Boss Stage, it's not too bad at all. I don't know that this will be a YCS caliber deck, but it's definitely a strong one and a fun deck from those who play it. Although it's not, it should be noted that Runic stun players will also report themselves as having fun, so that claim may or may not be dubious. Still, it makes for a new take on Runic, and one that seems pretty damn affordable if you're willing to look into it. Matter of fact, I think I saw MBT made a video on this, so some of you probably are looking into it already. Timing. Master Duel also got the regular ban list that it gets every month or so, and it continues to be the throwing of paint at the wall of a format for players to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's just like, I don't know what they're doing in Master. They're literally just like throwing darts at the wall, I swear to God. The only thing that really makes sense on this list is Runic Fountain to 1, and even then, like, was Runic doing that much? I guess so. Runic Stun will be less common after this. That's a win for some of us. Limiting Diameter is, of course, the weirdest way to hit Math Mech, but I guess that's what they've gone and done. Hitting Circular would make far too much sense. That, or they're just really going out of their way to make the Master Duel format a different one so that people who are always clamoring for a unified list can stay mad. You tell me. I don't know. I am not a Math Mech gaming follower, so I don't really know how much this really hurts the deck, but as I understand it, they could still do their regular play uninterrupted, assuming they go uninterrupted, and they still get the negate and all right? Like, but it's okay, guys. Cynet Mining was hit to 2, so now the deck only has 8 copies of Circular to get that combo going. Thanks, Konami. They've also semi-limited Tempest because who gives a fuck, and Desires to carry on the continued anti-pot bias from Konami. Free draws are free draws, so I'm not gonna like complain about it, but it does seem to be coming at what was playing Desires? Please tell me in the comments. Quick Launch and Chaos Space are some slaps to Dragon to keep them from being too strong, I guess. And Stovey is a great way to claim that you've hit Labyrinth and the Court of Law without actually meaningfully having hit the deck. And lastly, Pearly gets a hit. Quite literally, Pearly, the monster. It goes to 2 alongside Delicious Memory. A standard hit from the deck in regards to the memory, making it so that my friend won't always get the Delicious. And the one last name is actually pretty interesting because that's the key, is just abusing the cat, you know, all 3 times that you can, or, you know, getting the most out of the cat, because you shouldn't abuse cats. That's right. If you beat a Pearly player, I'm telling PETA, you can't do that. And I doubt this will kill Pearly, but it does hinder it, so that's something. It's a fair hit. Pearly's a good deck in Master Duel. And then Dryden's back at 3. Banned everywhere else, but unlimited digitally. This is fine because I don't think an additional pop for Zodiac decks is really going to break the game wide open, and it was already at 1 in Master Duel, so I think it's just Pure Zoo that would even care about this, and I don't, because I am not Pure Zoo. That's where we're getting with this. That's it. That's the whole goddamn ban list, and that's, as tradition, just a weird thing that's happened, isn't it? The meta is not really shaken up from this. This didn't meaningfully change the strength of any deck that's been hit, except for, I guess, Runic, which wasn't really meta. So congrats to Master Duel once again. You've left me confounded, and your ban list was more discussion-worthy for being discussion-worthy than it was impactful. So you're consistent, Konami. Keep it up. In some merchandise news, the Platinum Dark Magician, that collector's merchandise that you'd completely forgotten about until now, has its sale ending soon. Or sorry, the sales close soon is the exact wording used. It's not that the stock is running low or that the demand is high, it's that the sale's closing, as in no one's buying it. Presumably because it's $1,300 fucking dollars, and I'd much rather have anything else in my life, because why would I really care to, you know, have this at all? I'm just talking about it to clown on it, to be honest. Like, we're gonna phone up my landlord and be like, yo, I can't make rent this month, but don't worry, dude, I got the world's sickest paperweight. Wait, were you fucking kidding me? $1,300? Does it come with a free subscription to Gold Daily? You're just gonna give me a little bar of gold or a gold coin for the rest of my life? That's about the only way I'm considering getting this thing. Although if you're European, you could maybe consider entering a contest on the Konami European Twitter account, because they're holding one. You just need to tell them your first memory with Dark Magician and be European, because fuck North America, I guess. Stay winning Europeans. And I'm pissed. Do I actually want the Dark Magician? Fuck no, but I'd like a chance to not care about it. You know what I mean? What the hell, dude? I'm just sitting here talking about cards. You can't even let me enter this shit? No, as it turns out, they can't. And in some more merchandise news, there's a new Sky Striker figure. That's right, Sky Striker players stay eating, because Kodo Buyakia, I fucked that up and I'm not giving it another try. This thing is dropping a figure of Rei in the exact pose and art she appeared in the original print. This was available for pre-order starting on their website when I made this for about $135 USD. and stands at, I believe, just shy of 10 inches. Normally, I wouldn't mention something like this, but due to the fact that this is Sky Striker Ray, I had to make an exception. Because, oh my god, I love Ray. I would die for Sky Striker Ace Ray. This figure is going to change my life and be the best figure ever. That's right, folks. When you can't really think of a joke, you just steal a copy pasta. It's that fucking simple. I don't know, buy it if you want. I am not, because I value my dollar. And that wraps it up for this week's update. Thank you, of course, to LIFD for the continued sponsoring of my channel. This is the best way to display your cards, according to me, the man selling you this product, and that means you can trust it. Promo code YGOStrats15 to support me in the best way that you can at the moment. And if not, then cool, but I'd rather I'd be a lot cooler if you did, so consider that one, maybe. These used to have a structure, and I've just stopped even trying. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thanks to LIFD for the support. And remember to hit subscribe so that not only can you become a true duelist, but you'll be impressing your smoking Italian wife. And also, nope, that's it. Those two things. Thanks. See you next week. Whoa.